Hi everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Hey, welcome back to another course vlog. This time we're out at the JW Marriott Resort once again, but it's the Palm course this time. Hey, don't forget to subscribe with that button down below. Click the bell icon next to it as well so you get notified when my videos come out. And at the end of this, if you like it, don't forget to leave this video a thumbs up as well. I'd really appreciate it. We'll see you out there. The first hole, par 5. Let's smash it. Here we go. The first hole is a gorgeous par 5 starting right off next to the back side of the hotel, and the palm course is evident right off from the get-go. There's going to be palm trees absolutely everywhere. Avoid the fairway bunkers down the right-hand side of this hole, and into the green you're going to have some water come on down the left-hand side and another bunker there on the right. Most of these greens play elevated from the fairways, and you're going to have a lot of deep bunkers and some awkward chip shots if you miss those greens. Most of them also have several sections to them. You got to be on the right tier in order to be able to get it close to these holes. Par 5, let's let her rip right off number 1. Just tugged it a little bit down the left-hand side, but I wasn't too bad, and the palm tree was kind of blocking my way. Didn't quite feel comfortable enough aiming straight at the flag, and with that elevated green, well, oh boy, I had to yell for there because I knocked it right down next to where you park your carts. And then I proceeded to blade it right over the green and into a palm tree.
Welcome to the Palm course.
The perfect ricochet down onto the green, and I got myself a 30-foot birdie putt. Maybe we could take advantage. That's okay. Leave it here to 2 feet. We're just going to tap in the par putt and on to the next hole. Number 2, another gorgeous par 4. That water off the tee really isn't in play, but the water into the green is definitely something you're going to have to worry about. But first things first, another fairway bunker off to the right-hand side. This resort course is definitely going to be catching a lot of slices off the tee. Now with this elevated green, that bunker in the back is almost invisible from the fairway, and it's going to catch a lot of shots if you overclub, so gotta be perfect here with your shot and get your club correct. Off the tee, I'm trying to lay back with a 2-iron. I like to use this club if the hole is under 400 yards for me, as this thing can go about 250 to 260 yards, generally right down the fairway for me, as it leaves me here a nice smooth 9-iron. Unfortunately, I took it a little bit too smooth and tugged it just a little bit. Hit the left-hand side of the green and kicked on down the slope here. Had to chip it on up and try and get up and down. Chipped it on over the green, though. These greens were running pretty quick, and if you don't get your reads right, you definitely don't want to be above the hole. And I got really careless with this bogey putt. Too careless. That unfortunate double bogey. We're on to one of the most beautiful holes on the entire course. This third hole sits right next to the entrance of the resort and right next to the flamingos that are out front. A little secluded green there next to the lake, and we're going to be facing that front hole location, making it play 150 yards back from the black tees today. Just going to take that 9-iron I tugged on the last hole and trust I can hit this thing straight.
Oh, that's good too.
Now I had the drone down there to try to catch the shot, and we see it here rolling back as that was where it landed and pitched back. Nice 8 feet underneath the hole for birdie. Trying to get one back after the double, but it lipped out. Come on now. Come on. And my buddy John there, he hit it even closer. Hit it to 4 feet, rolled in the bird. Nice birdie there, John. And we're on to the fourth hole, another par 4. This one's going to be the shortest par 4 we're going to see here on the front 9. So what do we got because it's so short? Another fairway bunker off to the right to catch a slice, okay, but tons of mounds and unbelievable elevation change from 75 yards and in. In order to avoid all of those weird, tricky lies, I'm going to lay myself back with a 4-iron here, my 220 club.
With the slip.
Even with the slip, that 4-iron's probably still going to go about 200 yards down the middle, and it's going to leave myself a comfortable pitching wedge here, 125. This should go about 140 in the air, so I took a little bit off of it, trying to land it about 130 to 135. I took the slope behind the hole and zipped on back down to the cup. 10 feet. Let's roll one in. Come on. There we go. About time we got one back off that double. That was a sloppy double. I really wanted to get one back. All right, here. Mid-sized par 4 for me at 430 yards. And as you see, those palm trees on the left-hand side is really the only quote-unquote hazard we're going to see on this hole, as it's going to make you kind of play a little bit to the right. And if you're down the right, this fairway plays very undulating, as does the whole course, to be honest with you. Lots of big slopes down on these fairways. And like the rest of the course, another elevated green. You're going to have to deal with a big, deep bunker if you miss it. It's got plenty of length on it for me. Let's take the driver.
How's that? Boom, boom.
Been working that big high draw into the game, and that thing lands about 300 yards and takes a kick forward and comfortable gap wedge into this par 4. Another one underneath the hole, and trying to roll one in from 20 feet, but just quite couldn't get it to the hole and just wanted a comfortable par. And we're on to another little tricky par 4. All right, so the hazard in this one is going to be the water down the right-hand side. There's going to be a bunker that's going to also pinch that landing area down there, so you really got to take your number off the tee in mind, because coming into the green, you really want a full number, and you don't want it out of any kind of trouble. We're going to be facing a front left hole location today, which brings the big false front into play, as this is another elevated green. Going to take a 2-iron here off the tee to lay it back to a comfortable number. This 2-iron really takes all the trouble out of play. Doesn't allow me to reach the bunker or the water off the tee. Now here I was taking my pitching wedge from 140, and that's about as max as it'll go. It landed right on the front of the green and spun off the front edge. That's a false front for a reason. Look at the big 4-foot false front. Just got to try and chip it on up. Played the hill halfway decent there, got it up to 4 feet, and gave myself here a look for another par. There we go, another salvaged up and down par, and we're on to my favorite kind of holes, the big boy par 5s. Number 1 handicap this one's going to be, and I would say it's because of the severity you're going to be seeing all the way to the green. Hey look, there's another bunker off the right-hand side to catch a right-hander slice. Make sure you don't go in there off the tee. If you got enough distance to take it over, you're going to be down in the bottom of the valley as the fairway pitches up here, as it's about 200 to 100 yards into the green, and there's that bunker protecting the layup area there. It's going to then drop back down 10 feet and raise back up to another elevated green with a bunch of little spyglass pot bunkers around it. Oh, that's really cool. The aesthetic, how they burnt out the grass right around that. Let's bomb one straight over the snowy mountains. Luckily, when I can hit the ball like that, it takes most of the trouble out of play. This was off of a slightly downhill lie, and I overcooked the 2-iron a little bit. over a bit to the left-hand side, and this was a funky little chip shot. I had to get through the palm trees. I was able to leave it right underneath the hole, though, at about 8 to 10 feet here for birdie. Give myself another look to get it back to even par. Just can't get one of those to drop, but it's okay. It's another par. We're on to the last par 3 of the front 9 here, number 8. I mean, it's the quoted easiest hole on the front 9, but to be honest, with this elevated green and big, deep bunkers, you really got to hit your number or you're going to be severely penalized. 186 yards from the tips today at a back left hole location. Remember what I was talking about? Those deep bunkers? Here's a case in point for you. Had to take my 64-degree wedge out of this thing, and I couldn't see the surface of the green.
What you're supposed to do, right?
Was able to perfectly splash that out up to here to 4 feet. It is above the hole, but I did know the line as I just saw someone else's putt go by and was able to roll that putt in for the sandy par. What a beautiful way to finish off that par 3. Now number 9, oh man, this is just another gorgeous par 4 here, and what do you know, another bunker off the right hand side. It's quite a theme here on this palm course at the JW. Now coming into the green, you got the hotel right behind, another ring of palm trees all the way around the green, and plenty of deep bunkers surrounding another elevated green. This time it's a front hole location, as you see there, that is sitting on a baby little tongue of the green. Now, I should have looked at the video and seen that the hole location was dead in the front, and I would have taken a different club off the tee because the driver was actually too much. Leave myself in the rough here where I couldn't put any spin on the ball into that front hole location, and the ball jumped over it up onto the back tier, and I had one of the fastest putts I was gonna see all day.
Hey, thanks so much everybody for joining us for this front 9 here. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next week for the back 9. Later.